good, everybody? It's your boy Everton. Today we're talking about me ditching Mint Mobile for Visible Wireless. It's true. I actually signed up for Visible Wireless a couple weeks ago, and there was a reason why I did sign up for Visible Wireless. I'm going to get into those really quickly within the video. I'll also leave a link to Visible Wireless. You guys want to check them out, click the link. It'll take you right there along and put in that promotional code. Also, if any promotional codes are updated, I will update it in the description. So please do check the link in the description for any promo codes, and it'll take you right to Visible. But I want to let you guys know that I did notice that these companies, although they're similar, they offer cell phone service, they are for a completely different group of demographics. Within the way they operate, they have sort of like this new age, trendy, fun culture, like less business and less uptight, but they are completely different for the demographic that they're targeting, their business like practices, just things that affect the end user. And I'm gonna talk about that today. So first off, why did I sign up for Visible when I was so happy with Mint Mobile? Well, there's actually three reasons why. First one is currently I needed more data, right? Currently Mint Mobile offers an unlimited plan, which I'm a part of. It offers 35 gigabytes, which is their unlimited. Now, essentially what that means is that for me personally right now, I work from home and I'm surrounded by Wi-Fi about 70 to 75% of my time. Recently, I've been less careful with it, and I've been basically teetering around like 15 and 20 gigabytes of data. I will have to go back to the office pretty soon. Majority of my day will be spent without Wi-Fi for the first, upcoming soon. And I know that I will probably, because of my nature and habits, I like to watch a lot of videos. That data amount will probably be used up. And I will probably either come very close to hitting it, that 35 gigabyte data allotment, or surpassing it. That's reason number one, all right? Reason number two is because, well, once again, I was on the unlimited data plan for Mint Mobile, and that data plan has a special caveat with it, right? With all Mint Mobile's plans, you can use the entire data allotment for hotspotting, right? With the unlimited plan, you can only use 5 gigabytes of data to hotspot. And I usually use that data to send data to my daughter's tablet, and she plays games, watches video, and things like that. And it was a little bit restrictive. Like, all right, 5 gigabytes wasn't enough for her within a 30-day period. So Visible offers unlimited hotspot, unlimited data, and unlimited hotspot. All right, we're gonna talk about some of these later, but it does offer unlimited hotspot. And the third reason, and I'm gonna briefly talk about this and then go into my experience, because I think it's specific to me, but it may fit into other people's lives as well. But there is a street that's really close to me. It's like our main street. That's where Target is, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, like grocery stores. And it's like a 2-mile stretch. And during that time, in that area, I get very low speeds. I haven't mentioned this to anybody. I mean, I may have mentioned it once or twice in a couple of videos, but I don't make it prominent because not everybody lives by me. But I do know that people out there have similar scenarios where there may be a lot of congested areas and congested cell phone traffic, right? And therefore, a condition with mobile virtual network operators is that there's deprioritization. So basically, if there are like T-Mobile customers, a lot around there, then the mobile virtual network operators such as Mint Mobile would get deprioritized. But with the street that I was telling you guys about, that street was so, the speeds were so bad that one time I literally couldn't pull up a gift card on the app. Like, it was just so slow, and it kept on giving me an error. It kept on timing out. I ended up having to swipe my debit card because it was kind of embarrassing and frustrating, right? So at the end of the day, I wanted to try. Now, I didn't know that Visible would actually solve this issue, but I wanted to test it out, right? So what is Visible? Well, Visible is a mobile virtual network operator, but the reason why they're a little bit different from Mint Mobile is because, well, they run on Verizon's towers, but Verizon actually owns Visible. So there's a bit of vested interest there for Visible to succeed and probably to get a bit better speeds on their own towers. So while you may get deprioritized from Verizon's top tiered postpaid, you won't be pushed necessarily down below any other mobile virtual network operators. That's my theory. So let's go ahead and talk about what it's like to sign up with them. So when I signed up, I signed up online and I actually chose a phone number prior to actually even receiving a SIM card. And they hold a phone number for about 7 days, and then they send you a SIM card, and they don't actually charge you. You can sign up, create an account, do all that good stuff, get it shipped to you, and once you actually like activate it, that's when they'll charge your credit or debit card. Now, while that process was taking place, I still had already downloaded the Visible app on the phone that I was going to use it with, and I like that it took me through the process. It basically said, hey, every time I logged in, it would tell me where I was within the process. Meaning like, hey, your order's processing. Then when it shipped, I logged back into the app. It said, hey, your order is shipped. And it gave a link right then and there to basically track the package. So once I activated it, everything worked fine. Started sending out text messages. One thing I was happily pleased about is I'm an Android guy, and RCS is actually supported with this service, as well as Mint also supports RCS. So I was really very happy that that was supported with the service. One thing I did like was that, and this is a small nitpick, but there was a visual voicemail app that was set up right from the beginning, and I was super happy about that. With Mint Mobile, you kind of had to find a third party. It was very easy to find, but I would have liked it if it just came with one that was kind of like tailored or made by Mint Mobile. I still found one that worked, and it did work about 95% of the time. A couple times I did have a couple hiccups where I had to restart or resync the app, but Visible Wireless, they did have their own specific visual voicemail app. I didn't have to go hunting for anything. One thing I do like about them, and this is major, this is a major thing. It's a big deal for me, probably a big deal for other people too, but they also have the ability for you to upgrade your phone right within the app. But starting May 3rd, I did get confirmation from Visible Wireless that, so if you did finance a phone with a firm and you wanted to upgrade, if you paid off 50% of that phone's value, you can upgrade to a new phone within the same make. So if you have an iPhone, you're like, hey, I got an iPhone 12 Pro, or is it, yeah, it's 12 Pro. I wanted the iPhone 13 Pro. If you've already paid off 50% of that finance amount, you can upgrade to a brand new phone within the same make. So you'd have to get like the Apple 13 Pro or Apple 12s Pro, whatever it's going to be called, and then you can upgrade to that, send in your old phone within 14 days, and they will pay off the remainder of your phone. That is something that I used to do all the time when I was with a major carrier. I used to always upgrade. I used to always trade in my phone, and they would pay it off, or I get a credit toward it. This is a major move, putting Visible closer, bringing a closer to experience to that post carrier service. And this actually works with iPhones, Samsungs, Googles, basically your major players. And that is one thing that I am super excited about. So now let's talk about network speeds, right? So I will tell you this, consistently, anywhere that I went that Mint Mobile and Visible Wireless had decent to good network coverage, right? The bar, I had 3 to 4 bars. Every time I ran a speed test, Mint would blow Visible out of the waters, consistently with speed every time. All right, so what we have here, University of Texas, Austin, Visible, and also do want to mention that it is 9:07 a.m. in the morning, and it is a Sunday. So right now we have 56.9 down and 17.1 up. And one thing I forgot to mention was that they both were running on 5G. So yeah, but as you can see, Mint Mobile's bars pretty good here. Same exact spot. Haven't moved. Still sitting here. Let's take a look at. All right, it says Mint. I did swap these. University of Texas, Austin. All right, and let's see what kind of service speeds we get. 318 down, 31.3 up. drastic difference. Oh, you acting totally different. It would either beat it by 10 Mbps or sometimes, 100 or more Mbps. Speed, Mint is whooping it. But coverage, Visible has it. All right. So which means that that street that I told you about where I don't have a lot of coverage, when I go onto that street and the plazas within there, I can stream 1080 video like it's nothing. Like, right? It might start out at 480. I can crank it up to, I can change the resolution on YouTube or, or other streaming services to a higher resolution, and I will be able to play it. Whereas Mint Mobile will struggle within that area. And I've consistently noticed that places where cell phone signals tend to struggle, Visible Wireless still works, right? Mint Mobile will give you way faster speeds when it's all good, right? When everything's all good, you're in a good area, it's not congested, you guys have decent speeds. But I will say that I will give it to Visible. Another thing that I want to tell you guys about is actually the video data speeds, right? So oftentimes, both Mint Mobile and Visible Wireless have this asterisk where they say, hey, videos are optimized to stream at 480. And while I did notice that on both carriers, Mint Mobile seemed a little bit more strict about that, at least in my scenario. Whenever I would play anything above 480 that was around like midday time, meaning like there's some people on the servers or whatever, or even sometimes not even, it could be early morning, I noticed sometimes it will buffer. If I go to 720p 1080, that didn't actually happen with Visible Wireless. In fact, sometimes I would start playing a video on YouTube, and with Visible, I would check the resolution because I'm like, man, this looks kind of sharp for 480, and it would automatically start playing at 720, right? And then sometimes I crank it up to like 2K just to see like how it would react, and it streamed it no problem, just fine. So I don't think that the cap is necessarily there all the time. Also, tethering data, same thing, right? Tethering data. I've been able to stream at 720 off of tethered data. It is really, really amazing to have that unlimited tethering experience. I know my daughter appreciates it. And another thing is that, to be honest with you, for the time being, I'm going to be working from home, which at one time we did have the internet go out for like 4 hours. And to be honest with you, I could not use my cell phone's data to connect to internet to access the VPN for my work, which is right here. But yeah, it was kind of harsh. So at the end of the day, guys, Visible had like more coverage. Mint Mobile does beat it in speeds though. But you have to kind of figure out which type of data user are you. Me, I'm a content consumer. If I can stream content in 1080p, even up to 2K sometimes, as long as I'm covered there, then I'm fine. But if you're a gamer and you need that high speed in certain areas, you definitely probably want to go with Mint Mobile. But for me personally, I want to stream content and I want to have access to data in more places, and that's how it works out for me. Call quality is fine, although I will say this, I haven't gotten any spammy text messages or spammy calls, which I'm super happy about. So I didn't port my number from Mint Mobile to Visible Wireless. I actually got a brand new number, and I actually did that with Mint Mobile one time when I opened up a second line. Did get a lot of spammy messages. I don't know if I just drew a bad number, but I've heard other people deal with that. Visible Wireless, they do have, seems like they got some pretty good numbers out there where you won't be like loaded up in the bottom tier buckets. At least that's my experience. I do want to talk about referral programs and, extra programs that they have. So one of the reasons why I actually signed up with Mint Mobile was two reasons. Number one, they wrote on T-Mobile's network. I already had T-Mobile. I like T-Mobile. I was like, cool, let's do that. There was some familiarity there. But with Visible, one of the reasons why I didn't go with them is because, their referral program, it didn't actually give me the ability to have my bill be fully eliminated. The most it would do was like $5 a month. And I remember a guy telling me, hey man, you should check out Visible. And I was like, nah man, I can only get about $5. I have to pay $5 a month. Mint Mobile is free for me. I don't want to go from free to $5, right? It just didn't make sense to me. Well, while I am still critical about that, I have an avenue to take advantage of that. It's called YouTube, right? And most people won't actually take advantage of the referral program. It's more like for people who have a platform, more like barbers who can talk about it to people all day long. If you have a way of getting the word out, then maybe, but I don't think you're going to be going around talking about, hey man, sign up with Visible Wireless. Most people aren't doing that. But for me personally, I think that has an upper hand with party play. Now, party play is if you start a party or if you join a party and you have additional, I believe, 4 people, your plan can be $25 a month. And it's very easy to join a party. You can actually join the one that I created and the link in the description. But yeah, guys, like you guys can literally join a party and have your bill be $25. Now, that's not the same as a referral. Once again, you will still have to pay something. But at the end of the day, you know, most people won't take advantage of that referral program. And also, I mean, for the people that did, like myself, I can have free service, or I'd have to pay at the most $5 a month, which is $60 a year, right? Not horrible, but it's definitely not free. But I think for the normal average individual, you're more likely to get more value out of it by joining someone's party, which will make your bill $25 a month. If you paid for a full year bulk with Mint Mobile, because that's how they do their thing, if you pay for a full year of unlimited, you would actually have to pay $30 a month for their unlimited plan, which technically isn't really unlimited. It has an asterisk on there, and there's a condition that's only 5 gigabytes for tethering. So how do I feel about Visible? I'm actually very excited about the service. It's a very good service, has a ton of coverage, not the best speed, but it does have coverage a lot more in the harder to reach places, and that is important to me. So at the end of the day, I actually think that this is I'm really excited about Visible. Am I keeping it? Yes. I'm still happy with Mint Mobile. I just feel like it just may not be for me with my situation changing in the future. And also I needed tethering and also that freaking street that's congested as heck. But at the end of the day, guys, I think Visible has a winner. Once again, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. And in the description, if you do want to check them out, there's a link to Visible. Also, don't forget the promotional code that's there. I'll make sure I leave that linked. So that way you guys can take advantage of it. And if it ever does change, I'll make sure I have those promos updated as well. Either way, guys, this has been Everton. Appreciate your time. And I do videos Everton's way. Peace.